Hi, hello. I am G.V. Srinivasarao, Principal Atomic Energy Central School, Kodakkodu. Apart from my administrative responsibilities, I should take the chemistry classes for classes 11th and 12th. Today's topic is aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. After learning this topic, students are able to write the structures of aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. They are able to write the equations for preparations of aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids, and they are able to review the physical and chemical properties of these three classes of substances. Now, let us see the homologous series of each and every group. Homologous series: aldehydes, functional group, C double bond O single bond H. Ketones, homologous series ketones, C double bond O single bond H. See here, to these two bonds, two carbon atoms are attached, therefore this is ketone, and here to this free bond, one carbon atom is attached, therefore it is aldehyde. On the other hand, carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids functional group C double bond O single bond OH. Now, let us see some examples of these three groups. First of all, let us see aldehydes. The first member is methanol. Methanol, commonly known as formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. C double bond O single bond H, and to this free bond keep one hydrogen atom, therefore it is methanol. This is N equal to. If N equal to 2, that means the aldehyde having two carbon atoms. Out of two carbon atoms, already one carbon atom is carbonyl group H, and to this free bond keep one hydrogen atom. So to satisfy the valency, keep three hydrogen atoms. This is CH3, CHO. It is also written as CH3, CHO. This is ethanaldehyde. And IUPAC name of this ethanaldehyde is ethanol. It's commonly known as acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. Now, let us take an aldehyde with three carbon atoms, N equal to 3. So, the first carbon atom is carbonyl carbon, and this is keep one carbon atom, and of course second carbon atom CH3, CH2 for satisfying the carbon valency. So, this is, it can be written as C2H5 CHO. This is propanol. Thus, based on the 10 alkanes, we have the succeeding the aldehydes are butanol, pentanol, hexanol, and so on. Now let us discuss ketones. Let us see some examples of ketones. The first member starts with three carbon atoms, N equal to 3. So ketones have carbonyl group C double bond O, single bond and single bond. To these two single bonds, carbon atoms are added. This is CH3, CH3. So it can be written as CH3 twice CO. IUPAC name is propanone. Because the alkane having 3 carbon atoms is propane, so this ketone is derived from propane, so the respective ketone is propanol, commonly known as acetone. Let us take N equal to 4 carbon atoms. So initially you keep 4 carbon atoms, and carbonyl group, for ketones the carbonyl group should not be at the end of the chain. So you can keep the carbonyl group either this carbon atom or this carbon atom. So this is carbonyl oxygen. Now for remaining carbon atoms, satisfy the valencies with hydrogen atoms CH3. Here already 4 bonds are 4 valencies are satisfied, and here this is CH2, this is CH3. So this is this ketone has 4 carbon atoms. Alkane having 4 carbon atoms is butane. So this alkane, this ketone is butane 2-one. See here, either this carbonyl oxygen is present on this carbon atom or this carbon atom, there is no difference, because we have to give the numbering from such a side that the carbon bearing functional group must get the least number. Therefore, instead of pronouncing this as butane 2-one or simply butanone, both are same. Now let us see next member in the homologous series, that is N equal to 5. So keep 5 carbon atoms. Now keep the carbonyl oxygen on second carbon atom. This is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. So now for remaining carbon atoms, satisfy the valencies with hydrogen atoms CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, this is CH3. Now as the numbering is given 1, 2, so 2 is the least number, that is the carbon bearing carbonyl oxygen has number 2. If you give the numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, this is 4 and this is 5. So if you give the numbering from right side, the carbon bearing carbonyl oxygen gets the number 4, so this is not the correct one. Therefore, the name of this substance is pentane. The carbonyl group is present on second carbon atom, therefore it is pentane 2-one. So this is the correct naming. Aliphatic aldehydes exhibit isomerism. The first type is chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. Let us take N equal to 5, that is pentanone. Now what are the structures available with this molecular formula? So this is CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH2. So this we discussed just now. This is pentane 2-one. Now the same molecular formula can be written by changing the chain, that is CH3, C double bond O, C, CH3, and of course keep one side chain here, and here this is CH. Now this is, give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. Alkane having 4 carbon atoms is butane, therefore it is butanone, and if you give the numbering from this side 1, 2, carbon bearing carbonyl oxygen gets the least number from this side, this is number 2. Therefore, carbon bearing the side chain, that is methyl side chain or methyl substituent, is present on the third carbon atom. Therefore, it is 3-methyl butanone. So, these two are chain isomerism. Chain isomers. Chain isomers. Now, if we change the carbonyl oxygen on different carbon atoms on long chain, then we get 2 different isomers, that is CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. This is one substance, and another substance is CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. So here, as the carbonyl oxygen atom differs from carbon to carbon, in this first substance, the carbonyl oxygen is present on third carbon atom, 1, 2, 3. So this is pentan 3-O. And here, the carbonyl oxygen is present on second carbon atom. So this is pentan 2-O. So the position of the functional group changes here. So these two are referred as position isomers. Position isomers. In other cases, position isomers may be resulted by changing the position of side chain or substituent also. Now let us see some examples of cyclic aldehydes and aromatic aldehydes. This is benzene ring. On this benzene ring, keep one CHO group. This is benzene plus aldehyde. This is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde is otherwise also called as benzene carbaldehyde. Benzene carbaldehyde. Now if we increase the side chain, benzene ring, CH3, CH2, CH. See, in this substance, aliphatic chain is considered because functional group is present on aliphatic chain, and this is the phenyl group. Phenyl group is present as side chain, and this phenyl group is present on 1, 2, 3, third carbon atom. Therefore, it is 3-phenyl. And alkane having 3 carbon atoms, this is propane, and this respective aldehyde is propanol. So this is 3-phenyl propanol. Let us see some more aldehydes. This is cyclohexane, and keep one aldehyde group. This is, therefore it is cyclohexanol. Some more examples. C, this is CHO. Long chain has 3 carbon atoms, and let us take one double bond here. So valence is satisfied. CH2, CH, CHO. So this is propane. So the root word is prop. Double bond is present on second carbon atom 2, and double bond represents by ene, and of course aldehyde AL. So this is prop 2 enol. And one more is CHO. Side chain methyl group is there, and remaining valences, this is double bond here. Remaining valences are satisfied by hydrogen atoms. This is CH2. Now we have to take the long chain in which double bond is involved. If we give the numbering to the carbon atoms 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is but, root word is but, and double bond is present on second carbon atom, but 2 enol. And don't forget the side chain or substituent. This is a methyl side chain or methyl substituent, and this methyl substituent is present on third carbon atom. Therefore, it is 3-methyl but-2-enol. So the substance is 3-methyl but-2-enol. Let us take some more examples. Benzene ring, C double bond O, single bond CH3. So this to this carbonyl group, 2 carbons are attached. Therefore, it is a ketone. And this ketone, this is acetone, and this is phenone. So the name of this substance is acetophenone. Acetophenone. Let us see one more example. benzene ring, and the carbonyl carbon, two benzene rings are attached. So this is benzo, this is phenone, this is aceto benzophenone. This is benzophenone. Now let us see some more examples. This is a 5-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5-membered cyclic aliphatic structure is cyclopentane. Cyclopentane. If you keep one carbonyl oxygen here, this is cyclopentanone. Cyclopentanone. To this cyclopentanone, you give some side chain or some substituent or halogen atom somewhere. So I shall keep chlorine here. Now, how to give the numbering? The numbering should be given to the group in such a way that the side chain, the numbering should start from the functional group. So functional group is ketone here, number 1. And the side chain or substituent must get the least number. So this is the direction you have to give the numbering. This is number 2, this is number 3, number 4, number 5. So chlorine atom is present on 3rd position. Therefore it is 3-chloro cyclopentanone. 3-chlorocyclopentanone. Now let us see some typical examples. C, and here one carbonyl oxygen, hydrogen, therefore it is aldehyde functional group. To this also one carbonyl oxygen and hydrogen. That means both the carbon atoms, aldehyde groups are present. So then how do we name it? So two functional groups are there. So it is referred as di-AL. AL is the functional group, that is aldehyde group. And how many carbon atoms are there? 2 carbon atoms. What is alkane having 2 carbon atoms? Ethane. And aldehyde groups are present on first carbon and second carbon. So ethane 1,2-diol. Ethane 1,2-diol. It's commonly known as lyoxone. Let us see some more typical examples. First of all, give the long chain. 6 carbon atoms are there, and this is the end carbon atom is carbonyl oxygen. Since carbonyl oxygen is present on end carbon, this is aldehyde. Now let us take one chlorine here, one methyl here. Now remaining carbon atoms, let us satisfy with hydrogen atoms. CH3, CH2, this is CH, this is CH, CH. Now give the numbering. Numbering, how we have to give? Ultimately we have to now give the numbering from this carbon atom. That is, the carbon pairing functional group should get the least number. Therefore it is number 1. This is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 5, this is number 6. Now how many carbon atoms are there in long chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 carbon atoms means it is hexanal. On this hexanal, chlorine atom is present on the 3rd carbon atom, methyl group is present on the 4th carbon atom. So this is 3-chloro 4-methyl. Now how do we name it? This is 3-chloro 4-methyl, or can we write 4-methyl 3-chlorohexanol, which is correct? So ultimately this is correct, because if the side chains are substituted more than one are there, generally we follow with alphabetical order. 3 chlorose carbon atom is first letter in the alphabetical order followed by methyl. So this is 3 chloro 4 methyl hexanol. Let us see some more examples. Let us just take some typical examples with benzene ring. This is benzene ring, aldehyde, benzaldehyde. To this benzaldehyde, OH, another functional group is there. So this is aldehyde functional group, this is hydroxy functional group. Out of aldehyde and hydroxy functional group, we should get the priority. Automatically, aldehyde group should get the priority. So this is, as aldehyde group gets the priority, then what is the numbering for the OH group? So this is number 1, number 2, number 3. So this is 3-hydroxy benzaldehyde. 3-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Now let us see another typical example. This is a carbonyl oxygen, this is carbonyl oxygen. This is ketone group, this is ketone group. That means in the same carbon atom, 2 ketone groups are there. When 2 ketone groups are there, then how do we give the name? First of all, let us satisfy the valencies with hydrogen atom CH3, CH3, this is CH2. Give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you give the numbering from this side, carbon bearings, carbonyl oxygens are second carbon and fourth carbon. So take the sum of these two numbers, 2 plus 4 equal to 6. If you give the numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From this side also, carbons bearing carbonyl oxygen are 2, 4, 2, 4 equal to 6. Since both the sum are same, you can give the numbering from any side. So this is, the root word is pentan. Pentan. Now, how many ketone groups are there? 2 ketone groups. When 2 ketone groups are there, it is referred as dione. Now, these ketone groups are present on second and fourth carbon. So this is pentan 2,4-dione. So this is diketones. As we discussed dialdehyde just now. Now let us discuss the structure of carbonyl group. This is carbonyl group, C double bond O, and of course 2 free bonds. If you keep 2 carbon atoms to these free bonds, this becomes ketone, and if you keep 1 carbon and 1 hydrogen, this is aldehyde. Anyhow, in both aldehydes and ketones, this carbonyl group is common. What is the structure? Let us see. See here, carbonyl carbon. See, this carbonyl group has 2 parts. One is carbonyl carbon and another one is carbonyl oxygen. The carbonyl carbon has sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. You know about sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization has 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals as shown here, and the bond between any two sp2 hybrid orbitals is 120 degrees. 120, and this is also 120. On the other hand, this is oxygen atom, and of course for this as sp2 carbonyl carbon, there is one unhybridized p orbital. So this dotted lines represent unhybridized p orbitals. For oxygen atom, this is oxygen atom. So oxygen atom, one of the p orbitals overlaps with sp2 hybrid orbital, and another p orbital lies above and below the plane, that is perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. Now this sp2 hybrid orbitals lie in the same plane. Unhybridized p orbital of sp2 carbon and p orbital of oxygen atom both overlap laterally This is the carbonyl carbon, this is the oxygen atom, and this is the unhybridized carbon atom, and this is the p orbital of oxygen atom. Both overlap laterally with each other. Therefore, all this is the electron density, and of course this lateral overlapping we call it as pi bond, and this is sigma bond. Thus, bond between carbon and oxygen is a double bond. One is sigma bond, one is pi bond. So this is the structure of sp2 carbon and of course oxygen atom, that is carbonyl group. Now let us see into this carbonyl group. Carbonyl group has a doubly bonded oxygen atom. So oxygen, you know that it is more electronegative. Since it is more electronegative, the double bond sometimes may shift towards the oxygen atom. Therefore, it gets a negative charge. Automatically, carbon gets a positive charge. So, the group with positive charge is generally referred as electrophile, and the group or atom having a negative charge, it is referred as nucleophile. Electrophile, nucleophile. So, carbonyl group exists electrophilic group and nucleophilic group. Therefore, they undergo electrophilic addition reactions. Let us say preparations of aldehydes and ketones. Preparations of aldehydes and ketones. Primary alcohols and secondary alcohols are readily oxidized to aldehydes and ketones respectively in the presence of common oxidizing agents like acidified potassium permanganate, acidified potassium dichromate, nitric acid, etc. So, CH3CHO says the CH2OH. This is primary alcohol. In the presence of KMnO4, and of course it gives nascent oxygen. So this becomes primary alcohol becomes CH3CHO. The reaction does not stop here. The so formed aldehyde is oxidized to further extent and it forms CH3COOH. So acid is formed. This is acetic acid. On the other hand, C3C2H5CH2OH. This is propanol. This is also primary alcohol. Acidified potassium permanganate gives C2H5CHO. This is propanol, and this on further oxidation gives C2H5COOH. Propanoic acid. Then, how do we get aldehyde? That means we have to see that the reaction should be stopped at aldehyde stage. So, if the reaction is to be stopped at aldehyde stage, this common oxidizing agents like permanganate, dichromate, etc., we cannot use. Then, what are the other reactions? PCC. PCC means pyridinium chromochloride. How do we prepare this pyridinium chromochloride? C5H5N, this is pyridine, chromium oxide and hydrogen. Pyridine, chromium oxide are dissolved in hydrochloric acid, therefore we get pyridinium chromochloride. So if we carry out the reaction in the presence of pyridinium chromochloride, the reaction stops at aldehyde stage by catalytic dehydrogenation. By catalytic dehydrogenation. Aldehydes and ketones are obtained by passing the vapors of primary and secondary alcohols over heated copper or heated silver. For example, CH3, CH2, OH, this is primary alcohol, and vapors are passed over heated copper, 573 Kelvin, we get CH3, CH2. Similarly, this is tertiary butyl alcohol, or simply it is referred as 2-methyl propan-2-ol. When vapors of tertiary alcohol are passed through heated copper, instead of oxidation takes place, here dehydration takes place, and of course the substance formed is like this, CH3. So here dehydration takes place and this becomes alkene. This substance is 2-methyl prop-2-ene. 2-methyl prop-2-ene. Preparation of aldehydes and ketones from hydrocarbons. Preparation of aldehydes and ketones from hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means we have alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Now let us see the ozonolysis of alkenes. So alkane, the first alkane is CH2, CH2. Treated with ozone, so we get this is intermediate and we call it as ethylene ozonide. So when alkenes are treated with ozone, we get ozonides. This ozonide on treatment with zinc and of water, then bond breaks here and here, therefore we get C, this becomes bond breaks like this, C double bond O, these two hydrogen atoms, H, H, and of course this molecule also in the same manner, therefore we can write this as HCHO, of course two molecules of formaldehyde are formed. Then simple alkene, that is ethylene, is subjected to ozonolysis, we get formaldehyde. Suppose if we take another substance, say next alkene, that is CH3, CH double bond, CH2. So this is O3. What do we get here? This is C, HCH3, H and hydrogens. This is propylene ozonide, and zinc and water. We get here the bond breaks in this manner. So this is CH3, CH double bond O plus. This is acetaldehyde. This is formaldehyde. acetaldehyde and formaldehyde. So a mixture of aldehydes we are getting when we take the substituted ethylene. Now can you tell me when do we get or how do we get two molecules of acetaldehyde like in this reaction? Just to imagine, see here to the double bond this is present as side chain. So this part is becoming as acetaldehyde. Now how do you get the second molecule of acetaldehyde? Automatically if this group has another side chain that is CH3, then this is butylene, 2-butylene, it gives two molecules of acetaldehyde. Now let us see a typical example, C double bond CH2 and of course CH3 here, CH3. What is this substance? 1, 2, 3. So this is propene and methyl group is present on propene. Therefore it is 2-methyl propene. 2-methyl O3 gives CH3, here CH3, H2. This is ozonide, an intermediate. Now, in the presence of zinc and water, bond breaks in this manner. Therefore, we get CH3, C double bond O, HH. Now, what are these substances? See, this carbonyl group, two carbon atoms are there. Therefore, it is ketone. The name of this substance is acetone, and this is formaldehyde. Now, what is the use of zinc here? Zinc. See this zinc here, in the reaction we are getting H2O2 as intermediate. So, if this H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, is not removed, the reaction goes in the reverse manner. Therefore, this zinc removes hydrogen peroxide. In this way, you can write other reactions also. Suppose if you keep one more substituent or two more substituent, if you keep one methyl group, there instead of formaldehyde, you will get acetaldehyde. If you keep two methyl groups here, then you will get here another acetone molecule. Therefore, if it is CH3 taken twice, C double bond, CH3 taken twice, there you will get two molecules of acetone. Preparation of aldehydes and ketones from hydrocarbons. Now the reaction is hydration of alkynes. You know that alkynes have triple bond. The first alkyne is CH triple bond CH. So these alkynes are treated with dilute sulfuric acid in the presence of HgSO4 and 343 Kelvin. Then we get CH3CH. This is acetaldehyde. Acetylene on hydrolysis gives acetaldehyde. In the same manner, substituted alkynes, that is CH3, C triple bond CH, in the presence of dilute sulfuric acid and mercuric sulfate HgSO4, we get CH3, CH3 double bond oxygen. This is acetone. So methyl acetylene gives acetone, simple acetylene gives acetaldehyde.